Hi there, everyone. Good morning. This is Marivir Montebon, and hope you're doing well. It's a rainy Saturday. Hope you're being keeping yourself dry and happy this weekend. Our conversation today will be with a Filipino American chef in Cliffside Park, and his name is Juan, Chef Juan. And he has an amazing spot on Cliffside Park, which is a dessert place. It's called Juan Dulce Dessert. And it is in tandem with Freakin Vegan, which is a healthy food store. And I like the empanada there, and I also like Chef Juan's dessert. Now, take a listen to this.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is Juan of Juan and Dulce Desserts. I found him here in Cliffside Park, and I kept coming back for his creations. It's yummy. So tell us about how you started your business, Juan.
Well, first off, I've been a pastry chef for over 3 decades. Most of my training is in New York. I've worked at some of the most elite places. And I worked at a lot of 3-star restaurants, a couple of Michelin star restaurants, hotels. Did some training in Paris. Lived in South Africa. Went out there to open up a company. So I've been in the business for a long time now. But during the pandemic, in the beginning of the pandemic, like a lot of people, couldn't find a job. With everything closing down and lockdowns and all that jazz. I was stuck. So being that we're food, I was still able to find, like small jobs, side gigs, if you will. But they didn't really work out for me. I'm just I'm an old stubborn man. I'm seasoned. I know what I'm doing and stuff, and it didn't really work out. Me working those jobs. So watching enough motivational videos and stuff like that during the lockdown. I mean, what else was there to do? I started following the right people that really encouraged me to live out my dream, which was to own my own business. But I had no capital. So the more that I did research and stuff, I found people that were explaining, you can still do it with no capital, if you have good credit, which I did, and I still do. You can use your credit to build. So then basically it all came down to me being scared. But again, during the pandemic, I had no choice. So it was finally my time. So I started up Juan Dulce Desserts.
Amazing. So the pandemic, which was a crisis, created this wonderful business of yours, which is already 3 years old. So what distinction do you have in this Juan and Dulce Desserts?
Well, okay, distinction. We stand out because, because of my training. I've made desserts for some of the most famous people in the world. Actors, celebrities. The desserts that I make are really high quality. Not to brag or toot my own horn. I have a lot of years of experience in this. So when I started Juan Dulce Desserts, I'm using my recipes and formulas that I've carried in my career. Basically, wherever I go, pretty much can almost the same thing. So Dulce Desserts are things that I've been years. So I know that they're not bad.
They're good. So what is the thing that you want me to taste when you really, the product that you push?
Come on.
Okay, good.
Let's see. A lot of times I get asked what's my favorite dessert, and I can't answer that because number one, I make them all, and if I make them, they're all delicious.
There's vegan lava cake.
Yes,
peach
vegan lava cake, right?
Vanilla cream brulee.
So again, for your following, we're not. We do vegan, and I just hire a new baker coming on board that's going to do vegan, gluten-free as well. We're
good.
Really excited about that. So our whole business model is to try to be one-stop shopping for all diets and preferences, gluten-free, vegan, regular. We do specialty cakes, wedding cakes.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's gonna be one-stop shopping. Let us be your pastry chef.
That's very exciting.
That's our motto.
I have a question on the vegan lava cake. What is vegan lava cake? What is it made of?
Okay. So on that note, Juan Dulce Desserts makes an amazing we call it chocolate pudding cake, but it's kind of essentially like a lava cake.
Okay.
So when I made the vegan lava cake, I kind of wanted it to be similar to our regular one that sells very well. And I was able to accomplish that. So it's basically like an applesauce base, coconut oil.
Nice.
We use very high quality chocolate, the highest possible, for our price points. And yeah, but yeah, it's definitely vegan. There's no dairy in there. There is gluten, but there's
So
no
what
dairy.
is the milk substitute you're using?
We use almond milk.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
I see. Now I have a question too about bread pudding. Isn't this like the old bread leftovers?
Yeah, that's really huge for making bread pudding, and it makes sense in a lot of ways. Like for restaurants that have excess bread that didn't get used, they usually chop it up, keep it around, let it dry up, and so there's less waste, and that works fine. However, we're not a restaurant, so we actually bake and buy croissants, and we cut them up, and then we make a custard, soak the croissants in the custard.
Oh,
so
nice.
this sells really well. Me and my wife, we come from hospitality. We've been doing it for years, and we treat all of our customers, guests, clients, however you like to word it. We treat everybody with a lot of respect, a lot of love, and a lot of attention.
I can see that.
And people really respond to that.
Right.
It seems like a simple recipe, but a lot of places unfortunately don't use that recipe. And we see the reaction from our customers.
We always smile coming here.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. This is a happy place.
Yeah.
People like to be treated nice. People like their name, their preferences, and it's usually a short interaction, but people usually leave for great desserts. It's a nice interaction. So we bring a lot of hospitality to what we do also.
That's good. That's a perfect part of your recipe and business.
Yeah. It's a huge part of it.
So what is the perspective here? I mean, how do you see yourself and the business in the intermediate? For example, 5 years or a year from now? Is it booming?
Okay, so in a year from now, I hope to stay in this location. This will be kind of our central production unit, as I like to call it.
I see.
Because my family and I, we live around the corner. So the commute is like 45 seconds. So that's
the
nice.
best. I mean, you don't get tired going to your workplace or to your happy place.
I'm so used to commuting long commutes from New York to New Jersey, taking the bus and the train and walking. So sometimes it's actually difficult for me just to walk from home here. So sometimes I drive. I go to 7-Eleven, I get a coffee, kind of warm up because that's what I'm used to.
I see. Yeah.
But in a year, we'll still be here. Our following should grow in the store. Wholesale will continue to grow. In 5 years, we should have multiple locations. Right now, the plan is Bogota, Colombia.
Oh my!
We're already doing the research on that. And we want to bring Juan Dulce desserts to Colombia. Since my wife is from there, we have some connections there. And Colombia, get ready. You're gonna get Juan Dulce desserts.
Oh my God, that's so exciting! Yeah. Could you tell? I have come across many stories of courage and really just grit during the pandemic. There are restaurants that have, survived.
Yeah.
So what's the key to survival during a crisis like the pandemic? In your case, you were like, you had your epiphany moment there. You said, this is what I'll do. So what's a business model that works?
Well,
crisis or no crisis?
Well, for sure, we definitely started our first business during the toughest time ever in our generation. But I think the key was great product, what we talked about, customer service, but also, we're essential. We're food.
Yeah.
So we kind of weren't affected as much as other businesses where we didn't have to shut down.
Right.
So that was kind of a blessing.
Did you? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Did you do deliveries?
Yeah.
Wow. Deliveries for dessert?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We still had our customers, restaurants, hotels, catering.
I see.
So we were still able, when nobody was allowed on the road, we were, because we were essential. Basically, a bulk of our business are restaurants, and back in the day, especially at the level that we work on, you'd have to hire somebody like myself, someone that knows how to do desserts,
Yeah.
it's good, qualified for the job, and we don't come cheap.
Yeah.
We need our salary, we need health insurance, we want sick days and all these things. But of course, things have changed since then. Margins are smaller now, and restaurants can't usually afford their own pastry chef. So that's where Juan Dulce comes in. Right?
I see.
We're offering a super high quality product for a good price, where we can make our portion, and the restaurants can serve something really high quality, get consistency, and also make their margins on it. So it's a win-win.
Yes.
So that's been kind of the recipe on the wholesale side.
Amazing.
And it's working. We're providing a service that is really, really needed at the moment.
That's beautiful. So tell me, how come there's Freakin Vegan also here at Dulce?
Okay.
Juan and Dulce desserts.
So that's interesting story. So we were working out of a commercial kitchen that we were renting, and then for whatever reason, I won't get into it. It just wasn't a right fit for us anymore. So we had to leave. So then we started looking around and stuff. And again, as I mentioned, we live around the corner. So we met Kurt, the owner of Freakin Vegan, awesome guy. We started talking, and he was like, "Hey, listen, I can use some help. If you want to rent some space in my kitchen, hashtag small business, sometimes, we got to help each other out. Things get expensive, rent's expensive. So I had to think about it. The location was great, a lot of foot traffic. So we decided to come here. So Juan Dulce Desserts moved into the Freakin Vegan space, and then we coexisted. And then we've been working together about 4 months or so. And then now Freakin Vegan has found a new location in Ridgewood, across the street from Whole Foods, I believe. And Ridgewood is a pretty wealthy, happy
the
town.
neighborhood.
A lot of things happening over there. It's a fun town. So I think it's a great move for them. So then they decided to leave. We had the conversation, and we were happy to take over. So now, shortly, Freakin Vegan will be freaking leaving, and once Freakin Vegan is freaking gone, Juan Dulce will paint, put up our own signs and everything, and it'll be fully ours. But in the meantime, both companies are in this space, and the community has kind of gotten used to it. You can imagine people get confused. They come to Freakin Vegan,
I was confused,
but they see Juan Dulce, what is that? And then same vice versa. But people are getting used to it. But soon they'll be freaking gone. I like to say that. I don't know why it sounds funny to me.
but is that
Juan Dulce loves Freakin Vegan. They're an awesome brand. Their food is great.
Does that mean I will no longer taste the empanada?
Nope.
The Brooklyn cheese?
We're going to keep the empanadas.
Great.
Yeah. So just like we talked about off camera, as they say, we think about Freakin Vegan has a freaking large following.
Right.
So I just only assume that once they're gone,
people will
still come in and they'll be like, "Oh, what is this? Where's Freakin Vegan?" So then I'll explain to them, and then I'll say, "However, we still have Freakin Vegan empanadas, and they are freaking delicious."
You are a very good business partner. That's good. That's a relief.
Yeah. And then it's a win-win. So whoever comes in here, we'll direct them to Ridgewood. And I have a vegan, gluten-free baker coming on board.
Okay.
We're really excited about that. So now the whole business plan, like everything keeps evolving,
Right.
So now the whole plan is to do regular, vegan, gluten-free. We do specialty cakes. We do wedding cakes, and those cakes can be gluten-free, vegan as well.
So you can do cakes that are for diabetic people?
Yes.
Awesome.
Correct.
Oh, that's a huge market, and people are anticipating that. I look forward.
I know. I've done the research.
Amazing. I see Dulce, or your wife coming in.
Oh, Mrs. Dulce? Yeah.
Mrs. Dulce.
No, she's hiding.
Oh, she doesn't want to.
She's shy.
She's shy. It's okay. She's so lovely, ladies and gentlemen.
She's pretty lovely.
Very.
You see, I'm not shy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I love.
Yes. And so, out there, so assure our public here in Cliffside Park that Freakin Vegan is actually expanding along with your big business.
Yes.
Amazing, right?
Yes. Again, I think it's a great move for them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Freakin Vegan and Juan Dulce Desserts, we work together. We're two separate companies, two separate entities, but we get along very well. And we stand behind Freakin Vegan 100%. We
This is
love
a,
their brand. We love their
this
brand.
is a good revelation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for your
My
time,
pleasure.
Juan.
Come back anytime.
Yes, of course. I will come back for the dessert and for the empanadas.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Lovely. That was Chef Juan. He is half Filipino and half American, ladies and gentlemen. And he is expanding his business on Cliffside Park. He is partnering with Freakin Vegan, which is my favorite because of the delicious empanada, which is my favorite is the broccoli with cheese, but the cheese is non-dairy. It's actually soya based, so it's yummy, and so it's already a one-stop food stop for your healthy food and your dessert because Chef Juan is creating desserts that are healthy, and in fact, people with problems like diabetes and perhaps high cholesterol could enjoy those desserts. So I'm excited. So keep on, congratulations, and keep doing the sweet things that you're doing, Chef Juan. And hi to Luz, his better half. So I thought that Luz was called Dulce. I thought Juan and Dulce were both their names, but it's Luz. But it could be like Luz is sweet. So pwede na rin. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this short episode of ours, ladies and gentlemen. And we will keep you posted with many other events that's happening in the Filipino American community because now it's springtime and moving towards summer, and there are so many activities to look forward to. So we'll be right back. I mean, in the next episode. So enjoy this. Have a good weekend. Bye.